Hello, everyone. Today we are going to be reading a story called Suzy Mule. Now, if you look at the title page, so the title page is the front page right here, what do we see? Yes, we see a mule. A mule does look like a horse, but it is a mule, not a horse, and her name is Suzy. Yes, she's playing a guitar. And it does look like she's in the desert. Very good. So maybe we're going to be reading about Suzy Mule in the desert. Suzy Mule. Now, the author is Barbara de Rubertis, and the author is the one that wrote this book. And it is illustrated by Eva Ligretti Cockrill. And the illustrator is the one who drew all of these pictures in this book. Suzy Mule. Suzy Mule has got the flu. She sneezes twice. Achoo! Achoo! Oh my gosh, Suzy Mule looks so sick. Have you guys ever been sick? You've probably been sneezing, feeling very bad like Suzy Mule. Brr, it's cold. The wind is blowing. Brr, too cold. The snow is snowing. Now, if you look out the window, I see snow. What season do you think it is outside if it's cold and snowing? Yeah, winter. Suzy hears a honk. It's Bruce. Suzy smiles. It's Bruce, the goose. Bruce gives Suzy Mule some juice. It's made just for you, says Bruce. Then he uses lots of fruit to make a funny face. How cute. So Bruce must be Suzy's friend, and he brought her some juice to make her feel better. And he made a plate with a funny face on it. Suzy thanks her good friend Bruce. What would she do without this goose? Bruce says, Suzy, I must go. Each winter I fly south, you know. Suzy says, I'll be like you. I'll go south too. That's what I'll do. Now, why do you think that Bruce the goose flies south each winter? Right, so it's cold in the winter. And if you fly south, do you think he's trying to get away from the cold? Yes, he's trying to fly to where it's warmer. Birds do that. It's called migrate. So birds fly south when it gets cold, and then when it gets warmer, they fly back. And so Suzy Mule thinks it's really cold, and she thinks it's a good idea to go with Bruce. Let's see if she does go with Bruce. But mules can't fly, says Bruce the goose. That's true, says Suzy Mule to Bruce. So I must get a truck to use. Then you can fly and I can cruise. So Bruce the goose can fly. And so he flies south. But Suzy Mule can't fly. Why can't she fly? Right, because a goose has wings and a mule doesn't. Mules can't fly. So she thinks that she can get a truck and she's going to meet him in the south. The friends set out, one high, one low. They both go south, one fast and one slow. Suzy drives through the sandy dunes. She sings some country music tunes. So there goes Goose. He's flying south, and it looks like he's going to get there a lot faster than Suzy Mule will. Look at what Suzy Mule has in the back of her truck. Looks like she's bringing her guitar with her, and she's driving through the desert where it's still summer. Suzy smiles. She's in the sun. She's feeling great, and she's having fun. But Suzy's truck now stops. How cool. Suzy has run out of fuel. Oh no, she's run out of fuel. That means her truck won't go anymore. If the truck doesn't have any gas, it's not going to keep on going. I wonder what that means. It does look like she's in the warm sun now. Maybe she's made it south. Let's see. Look, it's Suzy's lucky day. An emu sheriff comes her way. The emu says, Well, howdy do. I have come to rescue you. So Susie's been sitting right there on that rock because her truck's ran out of gas. Well, now the emu sheriff has come to help her. Does anyone know what an emu is? Yes, it is a bird. It's a very big bird. A little gas will get you down to Stu's Dude Ranch, this side of town. Stu will be of help to you, and you might be of help to Stu. So the sheriff is giving her gas, right? You know what he's doing? And he's sending her where? Yes, to a ranch. Suzy turns on Dude Ranch Trail. She reads the sign, Dude Ranch for sale. Suzy says, I must find Stu. Oh, there he is. Yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo. So she's found Dude Ranch. And when she gets there, it's for sale. What does it mean if something is for sale? Right. They're trying to get rid of it. They want someone else to buy it. I wonder why Stu wants someone to buy his ranch. Suzy says, I'd like to stay. Stu the mule says, come this way. So Stu is a mule. And what is Suzy? She's a mule too. Right. So she's found another mule and maybe she can stay with him. Suzy stops. She looks at Stu. I see you have too much to do. In fact, I think that you could use a partner here. Please don't refuse. So Suzy thinks that she can help Stu on the ranch. Do you think that's a good idea? I do too, because it's warm and she's in the south and they're both mules. Stu the mule says, are you sure? I'm sure, she says. The air is pure. The sun is warm. The sky is blue. I'm sure it's what I want to do. So she called the air pure. Does anyone know what that means when the air is pure? Right. It's clean air, like it's good air. She likes to breathe in that air. And she says the sun is what? It's warm. And the sky is blue. Has anyone ever seen a blue sky? Yeah, when there's no clouds out, that's when it's blue. And so she's over here. She looks like she's going to help clean up the ranch and she's fixing up the fence at the ranch. So she's really helping Stu out, right? Now June is here. The ranch looks new. Suzy plays her ook for Stu. The moon is huge, the shade is cool, and look who's cooking by the pool. Who is that by the pool? Yes, that's Bruce the goose. They have ended up in the south together. Now, what is a uke? It says Suzy plays her uke for Stu. Uke is short for ukulele. So it's actually a ukulele she has, which is a very small guitar. Suzy sings a happy tune, three happy friends beneath the moon. So now it says Stu and Suzy's Dude Ranch. So now Stu and Suzy both are on the ranch. And then this sign right here says, meet our new world famous chef, Bruce the Goose. And so Bruce is on the ranch too, and he is going to be their chef because, you know, in the beginning of the book, he made that juice for Suzy, and then he was just cooking. It says on their menu, they have ruby red grapefruit juice, a fruit-faced salad, barbecue, and a super duper prune cake. And that is our story. And here is Suzy the Mule. It looks like she finally is happy. She's out of the cold. She went south and she still got to see her friend, Bruce the Goose, and she's on a ranch with Stu, a mule. Thank you, boys and girls. I hope you really enjoyed our read aloud today.